Hey, welcome to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. Friday, September 19th. Co-host Steve Goodson. What up, Steve?
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
It's the most wonderful time of the year, isn't it?
It is the
football wall to wall.
If it would cool down about 10 more degrees, it would be perfect.
The only thing more perfect is in about 4 or 5 more weeks. The MAC starts playing on Tuesday and Wednesday nights.
Yeah,
so there's football every night of the week.
Well, there's actually two weeks during the month of late October, 1st of November. I think there is a football game every night of the week.
Minutes.
Yeah, now that's college and pro, but you can go to a football game or watch a football game every night during the week. When the MAC starts, like you said, the MAC starts playing on Tuesday and Thursday. So that's
and our guests will understand this too because they're in tune with their middle schools and JV programs. There's middle school usually on Tuesday or Wednesday night, depending on it varies some. Yeah. JV Thursday night, of course, varsity on Friday nights. I don't like the colleges playing on Friday nights, but ain't nothing I can do about it. And then of course Saturday and Sunday, Monday. NFL on Thursday night too. It's wall to wall, man. We love it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And if you're in a state where North Carolina takes football serious, but if you're somewhere like Georgia or Texas or Florida, man, how about that new stadium in Beaufort is it Beaufort?
Beaufort, South Carolina.
Yeah, Beaufort, Georgia. It's in Georgia.
Oh yeah, the one in Georgia that has the luxury boxes and all that stuff. It's crazy. And
I heard.
However many $1 million that
I think Onslow County Schools should build one of those.
Build one, and everybody just take turns playing in it.
How about that?
Well, speaking of football, our guests today are the illustrious coach from Northside Jacksonville High School, Kendrick Pollock, and your assistant Chad Miller. Chad, what do you? What's your main focus as an assistant? What's your main
coordinator?
Defensive coordinator.
So focus on defense.
So you get them boys coached up on D.
We do the best that we can.
And you just hope you don't run across somebody like your own quarterback.
That's right.
That can sling the ball, and your own wideout is killing it right now.
That's right. We face him every week in practice, so I know how hard it is to go against him.
Coach Pollock, has been hard to get hold of. You got practice going on. I understand that. This is an open week, so I just begged and pleaded on the open week, and we got you.
Yes, sir. I told you I'd be able to do it on the open week, and
I understand.
Here we are.
And I understand, man. There's a lot to it. People just don't understand until they've been in a coach's shoe what you guys do. Field work, painting. Now, did you guys get turf tank this year?
We did.
You like it?
Oh, yes, sir.
That makes it a little easier, don't it?
I love it. Yeah, I wish we'd had it years ago. Take some years
you
off.
Sit there and play with a laptop or an iPad to get him to do it and make sure the paint's mixed right. That's about it.
Right, that's it. Make sure it don't run out of paint.
Have you come up with some really cool logos or anything for the field?
Oh, we just got the one logo that we put in the middle field, put the end block in the middle field. I think I'm doing a little something special for the kids in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Senior homecoming, so.
Well, it's nice. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And when you figure the amount that you spend on paint machines that go bad,
right?
Grass because you've done the aerosol cans and killed the grass, I think it's worth it. And we're glad we got it at Southwest too. So I know you guys love it there.
Oh yes, sir. We do. Like I said, on paint, I think it takes about a little less than 6 gallons to do a whole field.
Wow.
So where before it
because
about 15 to 20.
He's very thrifty with his paint. Let's put it that way. It's this little green thing about the size, less than the size of this table.
Right.
Little robot that just runs around, paints it. If you haven't seen it in action, go check it out.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it done to paint soccer fields.
Yeah. They're easier because mostly the lines, but football, even with the hashes and the ticks and everything, you're sitting there and you're watching and you're going, man, this thing don't know what it's doing. Because it starts just doing random stuff, and all of a sudden it just comes together.
So was one of these machines the one that painted, and I don't remember what the commercial was, but it put the chefs instead of the chiefs.
No, that was a human being.
Okay,
unless it was a human being that loaded it in the machine. There's still the human factor because you're programming it what to do. So we want to welcome you guys to the show today. We're going to kick off and talk about some good stuff going on in Monarch Nation. I see his shirt over there. I like that, Monarch Nation.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about that shortly. We do want to thank our fine sponsors here at Sports Talk before we get rolling. National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Modern Exterminating, the losses of John Drew Warlick. This list takes 20 minutes to read because we got so many. That's a good thing, isn't it, Hollywood? Hollywood gave you a thumbs up. Bayshore Animal Hospital in Swansboro, CNS Paint, Ron Choate and Victor Case. Excuse me. Golden Corral and Billy Sewell, Bradley's Jewelers, Rock Creek Golf and Country Club, Jones Onslow EMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, Hampton Hadley Chiropractic, Jones LP Gas in Verona, Southern Touch Painting, Fountain Management and Sandra Fountain, Onslow County Motor Company, of course, Ben Beasley, Barnes Diamond Gallery, Lane and Associates Family Dentistry, Doctors Tommy and Kim Morgan, Bartley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer, and Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. We're getting ready to transition from summer. This is the time where the air conditioners don't get as much of a use. Then you turn it off, and then the next thing you know, you get that cold snap, and it's time to replace your heat pump or get it serviced. So check with our, those guys at Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, Down East Heating and Air, and, see about getting your air conditioner serviced. Racing Report is powered by Onslow County Motor Company once again and Ben Beasley. And special thanks to Helen's Kitchen and Billy Grissett. He'll be sliding in here shortly with our cheeseburgers and BLTs today. I know it's breakfast time, but we got you guys a little cheeseburgers and BLTs are good anytime.
Oh, yeah.
And this past, I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday of this week was National Cheeseburger Day. So we're a little late, but we'll catch it up. You can catch us on YouTube at WSME Radio, on Facebook at Freedom971 WSME, and online at WSME971.com. And, of course, our studio hotline is 910-346-2248. And the best way to listen, in my opinion, the way I love, is good old FM radio or AM radio. However, depending on how far you are from the center of Jacksonville, we can hit you with the FM or the AM. So, without further ado, how's the season going so far?
It's going great. We started off we're 3-1, which is kind of what we expect. We expect to be no less than 2-2 coming in out of non-conference. So we're I guess getting better than expected. So, but we're excited where we're at.
Well, walk us through your first game out of the gate. It wasn't a shock to you guys, was it?
No, it wasn't a shock. We come into every game expecting to win.
That's right.
But that's what we tell the kids. And play White Oak. White Oak has a good team. And just what happened, we came out with a victory.
And they've been playing really well the last, 3-4 years under Coach Bird.
Right. Yeah.
Three
done
straight.
a great job with them.
I think it's 3 straight coastal championships. They shared the first one that, when they do the 3-way where one team beats one and one beats the other. And then outright champions the last 2 years coming in, and you guys just had a great game against them.
Yeah, we did. And in fact, they haven't lost since, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
No, they haven't. Coach, I want to ask you a question. You guys, I was really impressed with you guys over the last several years. You would play anybody.
Right.
You guys went through the situation where I don't know, did you play all of the New Hanover County schools non-conference? I know you played New Hanover and Hargett, but
Right.
did you play? But
At one point we did. I think the one year we played New Hanover, Hargett a couple years in a row, and then I think the year before that we played Laney and Ashley.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, you're willing to play those schools, and now some of those tough non-conference games, including the tough conference that you
Right.
guys ran the last 3 years or 2 years or however long it was. A lot of your younger players
right.
are now upperclassmen or juniors or whatever, and a lot of that experience that they got playing freshmen, sophomores is really showing, isn't it?
It is. Even the past couple of years before this group here, we were young, and we were young for as playing experience. These guys here, they're young, but they got a lot of football playing experience.
Oh, yeah.
And
Baptism by fire, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Well, these guys grew up playing football. Where, like I said, these guys the year before, we had guys that didn't really play till they got to high school. But this group here, we kind of knew like last year that the conference may change, and we decided we're going to put these guys up, let them play, and they played well against the competition that we had, and didn't come out on the positive end a lot of those games. So, but I think it paid off. Looking at this year, that's what we thought, and that's what we expected, and so far it's going well for us.
And I know a lot of people at the start of the season said, watch out for Northside, because you had those freshmen and sophomores taking their lumps, and your quarterback's still a sophomore, right?
Right, he is.
And
He
your
is.
your wide receiver's doing so well as a junior, correct?
Yep, he's a junior.
So you got a lot more. I mean, you're not looking to the future, because the future's now. You guys are doing great, but man, those first couple of years, a lot of people didn't realize how young you were and how that was going to pay off by all that experience, like you said, they got early.
Right. Yeah, and I don't think people realize what we got. I think 13 seniors, about 5 or 6 get regular playing time, and there's none on offense.
Yeah, we've talked about this on some other podcasts and stuff like that. You guys are doing it. Y'all done a great job, and
Appreciate
everybody said local media here has said watch out for Northside next year but you guys have started the season off fabulously, and that's kind of wait till next year thing.
Yeah.
That honestly is more to watch it this year. I mean, you're transitioning into a different conference. The perennial I mean, let's just say the perennial powerhouse that's always been a powerhouse. They're a little down this year. Now it could be who they played. So I mean, I think you guys are positioning yourselves 1 week at a time. You know, go 1-0 each week, right? But I think you guys are really positioning yourselves and have positioned yourselves to really make some movement and to make a difference. Talk about the conference real quick a little bit.
It's interesting. You know, you got Croatan that's undefeated, Dixon's undefeated, and the shocker, like you said, Havelock haven't won a game.
Yeah,
but you look at the teams they played, a lot of them teams they lost to, there's a lot of people that will lose to them teams. So it's going to be tough all the way down, and it's good to see that. I think it's going to be competitive.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody wrote it off as this Havelock is going to take it. You know, but now you got Croatan who's undefeated and Dixon. I think West Carteret's going to be good, and they play Dixon this week.
Yeah, that's going to
be a big
last
game.
Year
game this week.
Yeah, last year it was a shootout. It was 51-49, and West Carteret got the better end of that last year. And they play tonight in Moorhead, and that's going to be an interesting game. So a lot of points.
And I think Havelock obviously had the reputation coming in, the pedigree. If you had somebody that would have took that bet that said Northside, Croatan, and Dixon will be 11-1, and Havelock be 1-2. No, they haven't won a game yet, have they?
They're 0-4.
0-4, yeah. Do you think anybody that took that bet?
I don't think anybody would take
That'd
that
be
bet.
crazy, right?
You take that bet,
and
Coach?
just the Havelock being 0-4 part. The other part is certainly fathomable. Obviously, with what you guys got coming back, but Havelock 0-4. I just don't think a lot of people saw that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Then you go and look at it. I don't think they have they scored 21, 28 points all year, something like that.
Their
They play
offense,
some good teams
has
too,
been
yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: I know where you fall down, Coach Miller, on this because you're the defensive coordinator. What would you rather see, man? Would you rather see a 2017 game, or would you rather see a 51-49? And Coach Miller, I know you'd rather see a 2017 game. But Kendrick, what would you rather see?
I'd rather see a
56 to
win.
nothing.
I'd rather see a win.
You don't care what the score is, right?
Hey, just give me the win.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He wants a defensive struggle on one side of the ball and an offensive showcase on the other.
But it just seems like you guys score a lot of points. Dixon scores a lot of points.
Right.
Croatan scores a lot of points. Richland struggles in that conference. Richland's struggling to score some.
Yeah.
Havelock's been struggling to score. Honestly, I haven't been keeping up with West Carteret. I know they did put 51 on Dixon last year. So y'all's conference is going to just be. I mean, it's going to be a knockdown, drag out every week.
Yeah, we hope so. It's going to be. It's interesting. Like I said, everybody already gave it to Havelock. And with Havelock, and like I said, the teams they played, there's a lot of teams that will lose to those teams.
Yeah.
Man, I'm almost hoping we have an open date that week when y'all play Havelock. That'd be a great game to go see.
That's the 31st, I think.
Yeah.
October 31st.
Halloween night, yeah.
And y'all, the next big matchup, I think, for you guys, because we on Chris Miller's show yesterday, we had Coach Davis from Dixon,
Right.
and Dixon, of course, has West Carteret. I think they're open the following week, and then the following week they play you guys. So maybe like 2 weeks from now.
Right,
maybe?
2 weeks from
You
now
guys
we
have
play
Richlands on the
Dixon, but
26th,
the
right?
next
Yeah.
big game that we got is Richlands. We're not going to overlook anybody.
No, yeah, and not saying that, but just looking at potential. I think you're right, though. I think that the conference has morphed into from Havelock and everybody else to, I mean, granted, week 5 really early, but I think it's morphed into Northside, Havelock, Croatan, and Dixon kind of rising to the top, and the next 3 or 4, the next month,
Right.
there's going to be some good football being played.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
and-
that's awesome, man.
And Dixon's going to be tough to stop with that offense that they run because nobody really sees it.
Dixon, yeah.
Yeah,
We saw it
Oh, yeah.
all night long.
Oh, yeah.
That quarterback's the deal, man. Same position. Well, I call him quarterback, but he's more of a running,
Right.
at the offense they run. But 2 different quarterbacks in Onslow County that the past 2 weeks have been the Carolina Prep Players of the Week. For different ways that they get it done.
Right.
And he has J.J. Galat. These were stats were given to me by Chris Miller yesterday. He's broke 1,000 yards for the season
Wow.
after 4 games.
Yeah,
4 games.
I
He's
saw
gone
the 1,000 yard
rushes.
sign get unfurled after the game.
Yeah, 90 rushes for 1,050 yards. And
And I'm no math
11
major,
TDs.
but that's a pretty healthy average.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so, but that's what good defenses are for, right,
right.
Coach?
That's what it's all about, right? Right. And our focus will be is, don't, bend, but don't break. That's our biggest thing,
So
We'll
how
have
do
that
you?
down.
So let's talk about that. And Coach Davis yesterday kind of compared it to this single wing. Kind of compared it when college teams maybe play maybe the Naval Academy or the Army. It's just offenses that you don't see during the year. You guys are going to not getting ahead. Understand you got Rich Lands before that, but how do you prepare defensively for a team like that runs an offense potentially that you might not see but one time of year? Are you working each week or during the summer, or are you just focusing on that week preparation of the game?
Normally focus on that week.
Yeah.
A lot of teams like Richlands we got next week coming up, they run formations that we've seen.
Yeah.
Dixon, we haven't seen that formation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't
we
see that
went
very
against
often.
Wallace. I've been here with Coach P for a while now.
Yeah.
I've seen Wallace a double wing, never seen a single wing. So I keep looking at it. Even though it's a build-up, I know a guy with 1,000 yards, you got to kind of look at him as well because it's coming, whether you like it or not. So.
Well, I'd like to ask Coach a question. So let's talk about your team. Let's talk about your sophomore quarterback, Reginald Gray. Did he? Granted, I don't know. Was he your starting quarterback last year?
He was. We had another kid that started. He played a couple games for us at
Okay.
quarterback, but he mainly started at wide receiver for us.
Okay.
And we came in this year. He's probably one of our most dynamic players. We want to get the ball in his hands every play.
Yeah.
And it's been working out for us.
Yeah, he was Chris Miller's player of the week on Chris's show the first
Jacksonville week,
the first week of the season, and he just seems really dynamic and just seems like a lot of exciting things happen when he touches the ball.
It does. And he plays with a ton of energy. He's a big guy. He's about 6'3", 190. Yeah. He just
Looks the part too.
right.
I met him in person. We came to your practice. I got a call from Chris Hughes with Carolina Preps, the statewide service, and he called and said, "Look, man, down in your region, would you be willing to, get a U.S. Army ball and go present to him as Player of the Week for Region 2? I said, heck yeah. So he sent it down, met him at Paul's Hot Dogs because that's just a great place to go eat. Got the football, came to your practice. The thing that impressed me the most about him is his humbleness.
Right.
He did not want to do a picture by himself. He wanted to do it with his team. And I really like that, the way all the teammates, and you could tell by the way the teammates erupted when we were presenting him with the ball that they think a lot of him too. That it's not one of those prima donna like a Lance Harbor in Varsity Blues that, is put on a pedestal. He's right there with the team, and that's the way he wanted to be.
Well, yeah, he's down to earth, and he's all about the team, and and that's what most of those guys are, or all those guys are, and we're excited, and we're just excited that he's with us, and I think we made the right move by making him our quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to take our first break, and then we're going to jump kind of into your schedule. When we come back, we'll be right back on Sports Talk with Coach Kendrick Pollock. Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor. Coach Kendrick Pollock and Coach Chad Miller with us today. Thank you guys for being with us.
Thank
of course,
you.
Steve Goodson, co-host today. Your favorite segment, Steve, racing. If only there was a baseball segment, then it would be your second favorite.
Yeah, I don't like baseball. So are we going to talk? Is this more left-hand turns?
Yep. This was Bristol this week.
Oh,
now, Bristol's a
Bristol.
real racetrack.
Bristol's
And
a
so
real
It's
race.
like a imagine if you took a big bowl and put a motorcycle and tell him to keep going until he got up to the top, going round and round with centrifugal force.
Okay.
SAT word.
That's
Bristol.
Did Harvey Gant? Not Harvey Gant.
No, Harvey Gant was our. He ran for.
Yeah, what's the Gant guy that used to race?
Harry Gant.
Harry Gant.
Yeah.
Did Harry Gant race last
He
weekend?
didn't race this one. Harry's
about Kel
reflexes.
Yarbrough?
Harry's reflexes are not fast enough for Bristol.
Kel Yarbrough, did he race?
Let's talk to real race fans. You guys ever been to a NASCAR race before?
I haven't.
Do
Okay.
you have any desire to go to one?
I don't.
Me
If
either.
you ever wanted to go, Bristol would be the place, man. It's like I said, it's so highly banked. It's only a half mile, but they run 130 miles an hour. Can you imagine doing a half a mile and that quick? Unless like I said, my math skills ain't great, but that's 30-second, doing a half a mile. It's pretty fast. Christopher Bell won in another Toyota. Some of them Toyotas.
Did the Hyundais finish in the top
The
five?
Hyundais were not running this week.
What about the Volkswagens?
No killed in actions either.
Okay.
No Kias.
Ford Pinto.
Now, Ford did have a good day. They finished second, third, fourth, and fifth. How about Ford there? They didn't win, but they had a good show. And Brad Keselowski in a Ford, Zane Smith third, Ryan Blaney fourth, and Joey Logano all in Fords. Corey Haim in a Toyota? I thought he was an actor, wasn't he?
Corey Haim.
Was that
Yeah.
Corey Haim?
Yeah,
Or
Corey
just
Haim.
Corey Haim?
Well, I'm just saying, man.
Probably
Toyota-
not the same
I told
guy.
you last time we did this, when they introduced the Toyota into the thing,
That was one of the.
I was just,
You tapped out.
I tapped out, man.
A lot of
I
people
just-
did, unfortunately.
Rice rockets just running around, man. I just don't see it.
A lot of people tapped out with that and putting that cookie cutter. Basically, they take like a plastic or a fiberglass body, put on the cars, all the same, and they put stickers on them to make them look like Fords or Chevrolets.
Okay.
That just ain't racing. Back in the day when you could see a Monte Carlo or he's zoning out on me here with this racing talk.
Yeah,
a Thunderbird, whatever. It was
There
good
you go
stuff.
again.
There you go again. We will get the point standings before we leave racing.
Okay.
Denny Hamlin's first in a Toyota. William Byron second in a Chevrolet. Kyle Larson in a Chevrolet third. Christopher Bell in a Toyota fourth. And Ryan Blaney in a Ford fifth. So Christopher Bell did not hurt his chances on winning the points thing by winning last week. Now this week they go to New Hampshire. It's about a mile-long track, but it's slower than Bristol because it's just not as highly banked. So they'll head to New Hampshire this week. I'm sure you'll be tuning in. watching.
They race NASCAR racing in New Hampshire.
In New Hampshire, yes.
Up in the northeastern part
Pennsylvania
of the country.
too, in the Poconos.
Okay.
Now the Poconos, they've always raced there.
Okay, yeah.
They've
Okay.
been to Poconos since like the '60s, probably about as long as Daytona.
Okay.
I know you keep up with it.
I
so-
do. I keep up. Yeah, I'm going to be getting up early tomorrow, Sunday morning to watch it.
Oh, we want to thank Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley and his crowd for sponsoring the Racing Report. You can go down there, check out their used car lineup. You can get your race car, you can get your truck, you can get whatever you want down there. Foreign, domestic, whatever you want, Ben Beasley's got it. Now, I don't know if he'll have a Camry, which is what won this past week. Like we talked about last week, I just don't see race car when I see a Toyota Camry. When I used to see a Thunderbird, that was race car. A Mustang, race car. Monte Carlo, those were race cars.
I agree.
A Camaro would have been good. I think that's why they race now for Chevrolets, is the Camaros, which is not the Camaro you see on the
Yeah.
street, obviously.
Yeah.
But thanks once again to Ben Beasley and his gang for sponsoring our racing report. Let's jump back into your schedule. We started out, you guys started out with White Oak, and we talked about, like you said, White Oak's been undefeated since then. They beat Richlands, Swansboro, and Kinston last week. And Kinston's one of those
crazy
finish
finish crazy finish to the game.
They talk like, what was it? Something where Kinston was going for, and White Oak was able to score. Or
So
something?
White Oak scored with a little time on the clock.
Uh-huh.
They kicked off, and it was like a squib kick or something. Anyway, there was penalties on both sides, and Kinston ran an untimed play. It was the end of the game. They ran an untimed play. Well, Coach, if you'd try to just down and gone for overtime, right?
Depending on where the ball
Depends
is.
on where it
Depending
was.
on where the ball
is
was.
at.
Do you know
Most
where the
likely
ball was,
on your,
though?
on your side of the field? Well, it was in Kinston's territory.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Probably would have took
one
it.
one untimed play. They did the Tennessee Titans throwback, trying to toss the ball around. a kid got the ball and they threw it to him, and evidently the white kid timed it perfect or something. I didn't get this, but he dropped the ball, and the white player scooped it up and Chris Miller called it a walk-off.
A walk-off, untimed play,
untimed play
defensive
TD
score.
return, and that was the difference in the game.
Remember last week in the NFL, this is just to get us on the same wavelength we're about to talk about, there was a score in one game that had only happened twice ever in the history of the NFL, like 38-19 or something. It's just an odd score that does, or 28-19.
Yeah.
It was just only happened twice, that actual score. Yeah. How many times do you think a defensive score on an untimed down has happened? That's probably pretty rare. It's probably very rare. I could see it with an offensive score, like if you were down closer, but like you said, on your side of the field, I'm like you. I'd have took a knee and went to the locker room.
So let me ask you guys: last week, who did you played New Hanover last week? Was it? And then the week before that, you played Topsail. I think it was maybe against Topsail. We were talking about, we were recapping the games, and you guys had
three safeties.
Three safeties
and two
kickoff returns.
And two kickoff returns.
Right.
I bet that had happened.
Which if you had to guess, the three safeties had to be. I mean that was pretty special. I mean, obviously the two kickoff returns.
Wow.
But you say, okay, somebody gets in a group. I mean, call me stupid, but the first time the kid ran it back for a touchdown, I wouldn't have kicked to him. The second time, I would have kicked out of it or whatever. But the three safeties coach, did you look over to head coach and say, hey man, I got you six now. Now let's you do your job now with the offense?
That was definitely talk at halftime. We put up 6. What you gonna do? We need to pick this thing up a little bit.
Were the 6 in the first half?
Wow. Yeah, they had three
safeties, not only in a game, but just in one half. So Topsail scored 6 points on the night. You had them tied just on the defense, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Now, did you have any other defensive scores like interception return, pick 6, or scoop 6 or anything?
No, we had a pick 6. EJ had a pick 6. I mean, he had an interception, excuse me, but no pick 6.
Okay, but no pick 6. Okay. Sorry. So that was your third game. Looking back to the second game, we'll talk about what it is. You guys jumped all over Jacksonville to start with.
I don't know if we jumped all over them, but
when I had to lead at one point, 13-7.
He trying to get bulletin board material.
What's up with that? Well, for next year, it'll be a while, or playoffs. But
we took the lead. I think they scored first, and then we came down and scored and kicked off. And
y'all scored twice, yeah.
And then we recovered on the kickoff, and then we scored again and went up.
13-7, yeah.
Yep. And then they came back and scored, and we couldn't stop them from scoring.
Well, while we're on the subject of Jacksonville, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the week that Juju had. Damon June, 148 yards at Carolina. You're probably
glad he's gone.
You're probably glad he's gone. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You don't have to see that beast in the backfield anymore.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But the other two they got back there are good as well. They're not June, but
what years are they?
I think they're juniors.
Yeah,
so
I think the Pearson the Pearson kids are juniors for sure.
So you got that to look forward to next year.
Yeah, got to,
which is nice. The break time? Oh, I thought you. I'm sorry. Your class. What class are you guys this year? 5A.
We're 5A.
5A. And Jacksonville's 6A. So you won't. There's no way you'll see them again this year because it won't be the playoffs. But
so we're rooting for them to go. They win every game except for the one with us, but they beat us this year, so it's gonna be back the same way next year. We hope they lose us, and then win the rest of them.
Yeah, and then win all the rest of them.
Where was the game at Northside? Or?
It was at Northside.
Okay.
So if all things worked out magically, which we know that Southwest is struggling right now, Lejeune's struggling. How many different classes are there? Are there just the 4? There's Lejeune's either 1A or 2A.
Right. You got Lejeune, Southwest,
4, and then the 2 5s and 6.
Right.
There's no 7.
Right.
So we could win 4 state championships in Nassau County.
Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically.
Theoretically.
Okay. So let's look at
Southwest has to win a football game, Chris, before they can win a state championship.
I'm guessing more than
I'm just saying that to you because you'll be in the PA box.
Yeah, I know.
Their next home game.
I know. We're getting ready to go on that streak. We'll talk more about that. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more with Coach Miller and Coach Pollock from Northside. All right, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor, co-host Steve Goodson. Thank you, Steve, for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We have the illustrious Kendrick Pollock and the distinguished Chad Miller with us today. Now, are you the OC? Are you?
No,
You have an OC, or
I have an OC this year.
but you're kind of always in the ear there.
Right,
when
right.
You need to. Yeah.
Like,
And
hey,
same
let's
thing
do
on
this,
defense,
let's do
too.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing on defense. Hey,
So you're not Bill Belichicking out there and got the headset on and talking to your girlfriend.
oh no,
On this thing, because I'm sorry, I saw him on the sidelines that first game. We went, and then I always go back and watch it to kind of
you
see
went with
the
me,
stuff
I
I
know,
missed.
yeah.
I know, but I didn't know if you remembered or not.
Yeah, I
if you know what I mean. So anyway,
I want to forget it, but I do remember.
we go and I come back to watch it. I'm like, this can't be as bad as it was, but it was. And I'm watching him, and I don't know if y'all watched Coach Belichick in college. He's not saying a word on that thing. He's just it's like he's switching channels, like he's listening to the in-car at NASCAR or something.
Did you see the meme about before the game? His girlfriend, everybody's made a thing about
Came
her
on
age,
the
whatever.
sidelines.
But she was down during warm-ups or whatever, and they're like, "What's she doing down there?" And she was like, "Hey, I need some money for the concession stand.
I need
Can you
$20
give
for
me
the
20
concession stand. Oh, some nachos.
Yeah.
I got news for you. $20 at Carolina ain't gonna get you a lot.
No, it will
It'll
not.
get you a couple of things. All right, let's jump back, coaches, into your schedule. After Jacksonville, you went down to Topsail.
right?
Lovely Hampstead, North Carolina, and I hope you got there early because have you seen the traffic there lately?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
It's good. 42-6, 3 safeties we talked about. That was pretty awesome. Defense played obviously very good. How did Topsail score the 1 touchdown?
It was late in the game. What was on a run, wasn't it?
It was on a pass, actually.
Late stuff.
Yeah,
But, you had some
other
reserves
guys
and things like that.
to
Yeah.
get some playing time, and it just slipped by.
So just real quick, because I know we got to go, but that games like that are benefit to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're getting some of your younger players now. Besides your quarterback, do you have a lot of sophomores and/or freshmen playing up on varsity this year?
No, defense, we just have juniors.
Just juniors.
juniors.
Okay.
Really?
So your defense is
What juniors we have? I got.
There's only 2
seniors.
sophomores that play up for us: the
Oh.
quarterback and the center.
okay.
They're both sophomores.
Okay.
Everybody else, like especially on the offensive side of the ball, everybody else is junior.
Juniors. Okay. Good deal.
Wow, that's awesome. I've lost your schedule here. So you got Richlands in your first game after the bye this week. This week you got the bye. You're gonna kind of go through the weekend. Go check out a game tonight or two, and then hit it hard Monday for Richlands, right?
Right, yes, sir. I haven't decided if I'm going to go check out Richlands tonight or if I'm going to go watch Dixon.
Now, which is Dixon at?
Dixon is at West Carteret.
Yeah.
West Carter. Okay. Hey, there's good seafood options down there. I can put you on a restaurant down there if you need to. I
don't think I get there in time.
At who's Richlands got?
They
tonight?
got Havelock.
Havelock.
They got
Havelock. Are they at Havelock?
Havelock's coming to Richlands.
Really? Havelock's coming to the town of perfect water.
Yes, sir.
Now, would it not blow everybody's mind if Richlands wins that game? And I'm not saying it's not
Maybe.
possible.
Well,
because
it's possible,
Richlands-
yeah.
Anything's
You got to
possible,
play.
man. You got to go out there and play them. So, Coach, your week of prep, like starting not necessarily next week, but just in general, when you have a game on Friday, I know when we were in school, I went to White Oak, and we actually my senior year we dropped from 3A to 2A, the reclassification. So we were in 2A, so we didn't have a lot of numbers. Do you guys go full pads during the week?
We do.
Y'all do.
Monday, it all depends on how we played that Friday night.
Friday, okay.
And how the guys are feeling on Mondays.
Yeah.
Tuesday we're full gear. Wednesday we're full gear. Thursday I let them.
Yeah, kind of pregame.
upper.
The pregame stuff's just shoulder pads and shorts.
Right.
And
Now
stuff.
that all depends on how we practice during the week as well. They know if we don't have a good practice Tuesday, Wednesday, then we will be full gear Thursday.
Will
But if
you?
they come
Okay.
out half stepping on Thursday, we'll stop. We'll go back in, put everything on, and come back out and start over from the stop.
Gotta like it.
And so far, we haven't had to do that this year. So
Hadn't had that attention getter yet.
right.
Do y'all use the knee pads like the slip-on knee pads for practice when you're in shorts, stuff like that?
We have in years past, but we haven't this year.
This year.
We make sure we don't have any contact.
Well, we like to do the behind-the-scenes stuff, and people they'll see NFL games and college games, and they don't know that in high school they still stress the knee pads, having them over the uniform, as far as during the games and stuff. You look at college, especially NFL. There's dudes out there in Hooters hot pants.
Man, I was watching. So I was watching. Why? Well, I know why, but I was watching Cal. They played somebody from the East Coast came out. It was a conference game, I think. Anyway, I was watching Cal play over the weekend, and they had like 3 guys on their defense.
On defense,
They looked
yeah.
like they were wearing shorts, man. I mean,
Yeah.
And I'm going like, so did they not require to where
Apparently not.
knee pads anymore.
It started out as just a little higher, and then it got to where it looked like bicycle shorts. The longer shorts. Now the kickers are wearing stuff that looks like too tight stuff for the golf course. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was just this was a defensive end. For,
I know.
For Cal,
they're the same way. Yeah.
That just. I'm like, yeah, well, I know where I try to hit him. I mean, but I mean, he just.
So apparently, it's not enforced in the college and the
sometimes it's not enforced in high school.
And then sometimes you got them guys that you almost have to send somebody to change to a bigger pair of pants because some refs will be a stickler about it.
Yeah. We try to tell the kids, hey, pull your knee pads down if you want to not wear knee pads or pull them up like that. Bring it to the next level.
Have you noticed? And you probably won't comment on this, and it's all right if you don't want to. The refereeing. I don't know. It seems like they're bringing back a lot of the old dudes that.
I have noticed. I've told Coach. I said he was a referee when I was in high school.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
a lot of them left. When things got bad with the refs, and then a lot of them being called back because they that are necessity.
Right.
We do need to take a break. When we come back, I'll go to one more little point on that, but we'll be right back on Sports Talk. Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm your host, Chris Raynor, co-host Steve Goodson. Coaches Kendrick Pollock and Chad Miller with us. And before we jump into this day of sports, I wanted to follow up on what we were talking about with the referees seem to, for lack of a better term, seem to be more experienced. A lot of them left the game and have come back now. And this, because we had an occurrence happen at Southwest this past Friday that I've never heard of before. They called the scorer down to the field because the refs could not go up the stairs. They were older, and I guess his knees, which makes me wonder how he gets it done out there. But that's the first time I've ever heard of that. You ever heard of them calling the score down there to give them? You know how they normally come up to the press box and give them the little routine about the 40-second clock, 25-second clock, and all that, and stop it when I do this. And it's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Well, yeah, I think one thing you have to take it with a grain of salt where you're getting it from. But I know a lot of folks, or not, I say a lot. I know several folks that are referees.
Yeah.
And for the last 3 or 4 years, they've, and Coach, you probably have gone through this because being the athletic director, trying to line up refs for whatever sport. There's a shortage of referees in the state of North Carolina, and a lot of it, whether people want to hear it or not, I mean, obviously they don't. You do it for different reasons. You get, don't make a gazillion dollars. I mean, you make a little bit of money. A lot of it, man, is refs just don't want to take the abuse. Yeah. And it's not necessarily from the coaches. It's from the parents in the stands. I mean, it's
football.
just,
You've got that little bit of buffer zone.
Right.
Basketball,
right
man, I've seen parents coming on the courts and stuff now. Not but I'm actually on the court. In the old days, you were just gone. And I think they need to get back to policing that a little better and just getting it where they've got a little bit of leeway to work with the kids, do what they're supposed to. I can only imagine being a home plate umpire. Just the things you hear behind you all the time. And my thing as a fan, I get mad and upset when they blow a call. And I've been in the past before when I was younger and hothead. I'm mellowed out now. When I was a hothead, I would holler back at the refs. And then I got to thinking, what I'm telling him ain't no way that's helping our team. Right. It's no way that's going to make him want to help us more by, you demeaning a referee, And just realize that they're out there doing the best they can. And every time they look at it, they got a better view than what you got up in the stands. Okay. They might still miss it, but, it is what it is.
That's why I just try to make sure that before the game and after the game, I let them know that I appreciate them. Because without them, the kids won't be able to play.
Yeah, that's a great point, Coach. Yep. That's a great point.
Because without them, you can't play, like you said. All right, we're going to jump into this day in sports history. All this stuff happened on September 19th over the course of time here, starting way back in 1879 and up to 2004. So I'll get it rolling here with 1879. Teenager Thomas Ray becomes the youngest athlete to break a world track and field record, clearing 11 feet 2.5 inches in the pole vault at just 17 years old. Do you guys have a vault pit there at Northside?
We don't.
We don't either. And I know we had an athlete that she just did the high jump, not the pole vault. But you don't see the pole vault as much around here,
Right.
I don't want to be. First of all, with my dimensions, I don't think the pole could handle it. But
Right.
All right, Steve.
1931 PGA Championship. 20-year-old Tom Creevy stuns the field at Wana Moisiat.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, beating Denny Shute 2-1 to claim his only major.
So that was obviously match play, 2-1.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Coach Miller.
In 1947, Jackie Robinson makes history again, named Rookie of the Year in his groundbreaking first season with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
So he just busted out everything that year, didn't he? Rookie of the Year, that's impressive.
See, that's the other reason I don't like baseball right there. Because not because of that, because the season actually ended back in 1947 in September. Now they played through till like November, right?
Well, how are you going to have a Mr.
They just keep extending the season.
How is Reggie Jackson going to be Mr. October?
Well, that's good. That's good. Good point. Good point. Okay.
All right, Coach Pollock.
All right, 1948 at Forest Hills, Margaret Osborne DuPont begins her run of 3 straight U.S. single crowns, edging Louise Brough Clapp in a marathon final, 4-6, 6-4, and 15-13.
I'd be war slam out in that last set, 15-13. Do you guys have a tennis team there at Northside?
We do.
Do y'all have own facilities, tennis courts? Or you have
no, sir, we don't. We go to
No,
the
you guys
Commons.
have the ones right there, the Commons. Right. Yeah, that's true.
And that's
right
where
there.
a lot of schools play there.
because they're so nice, those facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know White Oak plays there. White Oak got rid of their tennis courts way back when for parking. To add parking. Many years ago.
Or to play badminton on or something. Yeah. All right, in 1955, the Cubs' Ernie Banks sets a major league record, blasting his 5th Grand Slam of the season. Those are Steve Goodson type numbers right there.
They are, man.
Now, did you play baseball at all growing up?
So
Everybody played,
my baseball story, Little League Baseball, I played, I think I was in 5th or 6th grade. I'm not ashamed to tell the story at all. I was up to bat. The guy, I still remember the guy's name, Chris Cox. He was pitching to me, threw and hit me in the thigh, the upper thigh. I remember exactly where I was. 5th
And you were
grade. Done
with it.
I was done with it after that, and I said, if I'm going to get hit and be painful, I'm going to throw on some pads.
At least I got a helmet to
and play
come back
football.
with
And
it.
I quit playing baseball in 5th, 6th grade, man. Forget that.
You got the next. This is one of my favorites here in this list.
1973, Frank Robinson of the Angels homers in his 32nd different ballpark. a big league record. This one in Arlington, Texas.
So I'm wondering what that
is
is like now because the parks have updated a lot, obviously since the '70s. But to homer in 32 of them, man, that's pretty impressive. He had a dinger everywhere, just about.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Miller.
In 1973, the same year, the National League owners blocked a proposed move of the San Diego Padres to Washington, D.C.
Why would they want to? Why would you want to leave San Diego to go to D.C.? Now Washington has the Nationals now, and years ago they had the Senators. But yeah, the Padres are still in San Diego, aren't they?
Yep.
I was confusing them with I call them the Clippers, the Chargers, moving from San Diego to L.A. Don't you think the Chargers should still be in San Diego? It just seems right.
It's all about the money, man. They go,
Exactly.
they go where they can, where they build a stadium and luxury boxes.
And they built one there, buddy.
Oh, they got
SoFi. It's nice.
Yeah. I visited there.
Yep.
It's nice.
It's like a big carport with a stadium under it. Yeah. All right, Coach.
All right, 1988 in Seoul, diver Greg Louganis shocks the world after hitting his head on the springboard in prelims. He recovers, qualifies, and goes on to win gold the very next day.
See, that's what you should have done when you got drilled in the thigh. Just start going a tear.
Hey, Steve.
Rub a little dirt on it.
As my daughter told me the other day, here's a straw, suck it up.
Yeah. Nope. I said forget it, and I put on about 20 pounds, 30 pounds at the time, and put on a football helmet.
I love seeing some of those. And we grew up in the 80s, we did. We're old guys. But seeing some of those memes on Facebook, the one that said, one time I died in the 3rd grade. They called my mom. She showed up and said, suck it up, and sent me back to class, and I was okay. My favorite one, though, is the one that says 1985, there's tornado warning outside, go in the hall, put a book on your head.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're having pizza for lunch. Nowadays they cancel due to high winds or something, cancel school. So it's different. Did you have the last one, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, 1992, Barry Bonds joins an exclusive club, logging his second 30-homer, 30-steal season alongside legends Willie Mays, Howard Johnson, and Ron Gant. Now, when you speaking to legends, Ron Gant might not jump out of it. If you were a Braves fan, you knew how bad Ron Gant was. That was a good player.
Thank you. You actually skipped one, but
Did I?
Yeah, but that's okay because I didn't want to do another baseball one.
Oh, there was 2 in Seoul. Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
I missed it.
1992, demolition begins at JFK Stadium in Philadelphia, a landmark that hosted everything from the Army-Navy game to the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and Live Aid.
Now, what do you think about the new? I'm gonna call it. I don't care. The Redskins Stadium coming up. Have you heard the news earlier in the week about they're gonna put it back in D.C. The new stadium.
Yeah, well, I heard that.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in
they were gonna
Landover
do that.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
But
you been
that's-
to the Redskins Stadium for the game?
I've been
Anybody?
playing before. I went to
Yeah,
a
it's
couple
pretty
games.
nice. I
Actually been
mean,
there.
a lot of people don't like it because it's getting a little date on it, but it's in a good location. You can get out there. There's a lot of parking. You don't have to feel like downtown Charlotte where you got to park in a repo lot somewhere and hope that your car's there when you come back.
But that's one of my bucket lists. I want to go to the Army-Navy game. I think that would be
Let's
awesome.
do it.
That's just the essence of college football.
Now, didn't they change the location of it this year? Haven't they always done it in Philadelphia and they went to a different location this past year?
They play in Philadelphia. I'm not sure where they're playing this year. Have they moved to New York this year?
They went somewhere this past year, I think.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
So I
thought it
think
was
they're
always
kind
in
of bouncing
Philadelphia.
around a little now to
Yeah.
let everybody get in on the gravy. All right, Coach.
In 1992, pole vault king Sergei Bubka raised the bar yet again, setting a world record at 6.13 meters.
Now, I'm no conversion expert between meters and yards or feet, but I'm guessing that's higher than what we saw up there earlier today. Yeah, a little higher. All right, Coach.
All right, in 1999 in Stanford, Lindsey Davenport clinches America's record, extending 16th Fed Cup title, beating Russia's Elaine.
Oh, you got the one.
Elaine L. Just say-
Elaine L.
Elaine L.
I didn't even see that one coming. You got the one. Let's
didn't
see. Okay, I better stop that.
That's what he see, Coach. He skipped that one.
So I have to get
So
it.
he hit you.
Oh.
See,
Yeah, I didn't want
I
to.
see how it works.
Strategically, you see how that works, right?
As
Right.
the old George Bush used to say, strategery. All right, in 2004, NFL Ironman Jerry Rice sees an incredible streak come to an end after 274 straight games with a reception. The Bills hold him without a catch in Oakland's 13-10 win, and I'm guessing he was probably 75 years old by that time for Jerry Rice not to get a catch.
He can still get it. Though, buddy.
274 straight games with a catch. That's impressive. That's numbers like your who's your you got your we talked about your quarterback. Who's your receiver? That's
Gavin
kicking?
Davis.
Gavin. That's what I was thinking.
Davis.
Gavin Davis. And he's a junior.
Right.
And your quarterback's a sophomore. Now Gavin has had probably the second biggest game of the week that week. Looking at the numbers, but when you look at his position, 3 touchdowns that week was pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, he's excellent and exciting. We call him. He's like a Wes Welker or a Julian Edelman type. He's 5'7". He runs a 4.4 legit 4.4 laser time at camp at the U.S. Army Bowl, and he's got invited to the bowl game his senior year. That's played there in Texas, but. He does a lot for us.
And this was it the game against Jacksonville.
Against Jacksonville,
he broke the
right. He became an all-time leading
he's now-
receiver.
yeah.
He's over 100 yards. 100 catches in his career,
The helmet, yes.
and he had 12 catches in that game. So
Yeah,
Now time for an upgrade too on the helmet. Coach.
oh yeah,
All-time-
Yeah, we switched the colors on it.
all-time leading receiver for Northside. He currently is 25 catches for 345 yards and three TDs.
Wow, that's a season for a lot of kids right
Oh
there.
yeah,
And
a
already
career
done it.
for a lot of kids.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Especially in the old days, Monzo County, where everybody ran the ball. I mean,
yeah.
that was unheard of. But those guys, they're tearing it up right now. And we just got the helmet brought in to add a little ambiance to the table here. If you get a decommissioned helmet, one of your newer ones, we'll get with you and get it because we like to keep it updated for when we do the shows and stuff. We try to get you on, before the season started, but it's just tough over the summer. There's so many with the the coaches thing y'all go to, the open weeks. There's just a lot going on. But I think we've got every coach in here except Lejeune. That's always the tough one to get.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Coach, I was talking to Chris Miller yesterday, and one of the questions I do like a rapid fire little section with him about teams, and ask him who was the most potent quarterback wide receiver combo in the area, and without hesitation, he said Gray. He said your guys. So
That's big.
And the great thing about it is you got y'all are what 3-1.
Right.
So you got at least 6 games, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games left. You got some more games this year, but the
we're
bigger
hoping.
thing, you got them again. You got both of them again next year as
Yes,
well.
sir.
So that's awesome. So kudos to you guys for working with them. And I heard have not met either one of them, but heard that they're great kids.
They are.
So-
And not just on the field, but in the classroom as well. Both well above 3. So
Oh, that's good, and that's going to help. And kids need to realize that, and I'm sure you stress that to them, like with your son. Went on to play at the college level. Them grades help. They get you indoors. That just if you just have talent only, that the grades help.
right, we tell the kids, that grades are important. It's bigger than ball at Northside, and you want to be able to choose a college, not having a college choose you.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
that's true. Now, speaking of that, to update us on your son. What's he doing now? He went to Bluefield there.
Right, he went to
in West
Bluefield
Virginia
University
there.
and on the border there, Virginia, West Virginia, and he decided to come closer to home, and he's now at Greensboro College.
I know that upsets you. Having it where you go see him a little more often.
Yeah, a little bit more. Well, I tell you what, it's a lot closer.
Oh, yeah.
Getting on the road
Oh
Friday
no, I was
night.
being sarcastic. I know you love having closer.
Yeah,
Now, when
but,
you went to Bluefield, that's pretty country up there, though, ain't it?
It was. It's pretty.
Beautiful
though.
area.
It is pretty up there in the mountains. But that ride at Friday night after a game,
Oh, wow.
getting there at 1 o'clock in the morning,
Oh yeah,
and then waking up for a 1 o'clock game.
and hoping it doesn't snow while you're there.
yeah.
Did you have that happen in it?
It snowed once. It snowed once while I was there.
Let me ask you. And there's a kid also, and I cannot remember his name, but he transferred. I think did he go to Carolina and then he transferred to UNC Charlotte?
Yeah.
Jaquavius Conley.
They just
JQ.
had a big
Yeah.
feature on Channel 12.
Were
Yeah,
you
it was
the
weird.
were you
Yes, sir.
coaching? Okay.
Yes,
yeah. He
sir.
had do you keep in contact with him?
I do. We keep in contact with all the guys. We text from time to time to make sure they're doing good. But he's well. He's in playing for UNC Charlotte.
Yeah, he seems to be doing pretty well. He had a pretty good game against Carolina, that day. And actually, it was kind of interesting. Just as a side note, I was looking. There was about 3 or 4 kids that had gone to Carolina and that had transferred to UNC Charlotte. The starting quarterback at the time, the Harold kid that started the game for UNC Charlotte, had gone to Carolina.
Oh,
But I thought when I heard him say Conley, he's got to be a senior this year, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Right.
8th season senior, yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's 28 years old. I'm just messing. I mean, it's just that. And I think it was a good thing with the COVID and then all this stuff. But it comes to the point where let's give him the time. Then let's slightly nudge them out because
Right.
it's hurting. A lot of this stuff has hurt high school.
It has.
Recruiting, because now there's such pressure. Not that you guys don't have pressure at the high school level, but there's such pressure at the college level to win immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of the kids that, unless you're a 4-star, 5-star, or whatever, you're going to get those recruits, but those 2-3 stars, they're maybe getting a little overlooked now because the coaches are going into the portal. Do you
Right.
have any strong, and if you don't want to talk about it, great, but any strong feelings you have about college football and the state that it's in right now?
I'm not too crazy about the guys transferring to the portal because it is hurting high school kids.
Yeah.
And I had a college coach come in and we was talking about it. He told me, if you get a kid that gets something, they might want to jump on it because you're probably not going to get anything else.
true.
Because they're looking to the portal to get these kids that had already been in the system, already been in the weight room on the college level.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Yeah.
So and a lot of times kids sometimes they'll jump on the first one because they're the first one that showed interest.
Right.
But your perspective, that's a great perspective that the coach relayed to you, is that if you're getting that offer from a D2 or a smaller D1, you might want to go ahead and hop on it because it may not be there in 3 or 4 months or whatever. So I just think the whole thing is kind of crazy. When you transferred, you used to have to sit out a year and now you don't. And if a coach leaves or gets fired and a kid goes somewhere else, that's one thing, but just kind of, they call it ring chasing or whatever. I'm just college athletics and college football is just not what it was, man.
I think you're in that situation now with UCLA, that quarterback that left Tennessee.
Yeah, how about
the
that?
coach, the coach left, and now they're saying that he can leave.
Is
Right.
his name. So he goes from the frying pan to the fire. Basically, he goes to chasing the money at UCLA. He ends up getting less money than he would have got at Tennessee, which shouldn't be the reason you're going anyway. But that's what he did. And what are they? 0-3
Think
at
so.
UCLA, if not 1-2, 0-3, and of course Tennessee is what Tennessee.
They're 0-3 or 0-4. They've been
And then they fired the coach.
Yeah.
fired the coach. Who
So his whole world's turned upside down right now.
Who was in a bad situation. I didn't realize I was listening to something, and the former coach was Chip Kelly, and Chip Kelly left to go to become an offensive coordinator somewhere, and Deshaun Foster, who was a great running back at UCLA, was actually getting ready to go and leave and become the running back coach, I want to say in the NFL somewhere, the Chargers or the Raiders or somewhere, and they called him back in and said, hey, we want you to be the head coach. And he's been there, it's only like 16 games? Less than 2 years.
Yeah.
And he just kind of got thrown into it.
And of course, remember,
just
Deshaun
crazy.
was a Panther.
Yep.
He was a
Carolina
Panther.
Panther.
He was a
Wow.
Carolina Panther.
Now, let's go to the next level. Obviously, you guys are Monarchs through and through. College level, who's your college team?
I really don't
Obviously,
have
your
one.
son's team, but
Right, yeah.
don't
yeah.
really have another
I
favorite.
really,
other than
don't
that.
have one except for the kids that play for us at Northside. I cheer
Yeah.
for their teams. Then when they leave, I go back.
If you had to pull one in the state, who would
In the state,
just don't really want?
probably NC State.
NC State. Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Coach Miller?
Carolina.
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 I
All
like
right,
it.
man. I like it. But now I will tell you, NC State is having a really good year this year. They are surprise team. I obviously don't like them, or I don't like that darker shade of blue at all. But the thing I like about Dave Dorn this year, last year or the last several years, State, they won with defense.
Yeah.
Their defense was really good.
Their offense is perfect
now, man.
now, baby.
Now he'll beat you. Well, just like we're talking about, he'll beat you. Them and Virginia. That was a great game, back and forth. The Wake Forest game. They started off slow. Wake started off hot, and I don't know. State just seems to play very good in the second half.
That quarterback they got, buddy, is
State
the
could be
deal.
a sleeper. State
Yeah.
could be a sleeper in the ACC.
If they get a running back to emerge, similar to some of the ones they've had in the last few years, I could see.
They got
that
Hollywood. They got kid named Hollywood.
He's good, but I think they need one more in there. But that quarterback's the deal.
Yeah,
he can
real-
throw it. He can take off when he needs to. And I think as he progresses and knows when to take off and when not to, I think they're going to really be the deal. Now let's go on to the pro level. Who's your pro team?
Commanders.
The Commanders.
Washington Commanders.
You don't call them the Redskins still?
I call them both. It don't matter.
Both?
They both Washington.
There is still a move to get it back to the Redskins. Apparently nobody cares except for a few people that changed it. How about you, Coach?
Eagles.
Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Eagles guy.
So y'all are buddies Monday through Saturday, but on Sundays, y'all are mortal enemies unless it's Monday night football game.
Right, yeah, we talk a little trash back and forth.
Y'all
I think I talk a
Do
little
y'all
bit more.
text back and forth during the game when they're playing each other?
I do.
Now, they haven't played yet this year, though, have they?
We haven't.
Okay.
We haven't.
It's coming up, though. I think it's a Monday night game coming up.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that it is. That's too good.
If it's a Monday night game, we know one of us be going to bed early.
It's me. I'm tired.
Or it could be like they had, they thought the NFL thought they would do everybody a favor and have 2 NFL games on Monday nights. They didn't realize that 3/4 of everybody over 50 years old goes to bed before
That's true.
before the second game, before the Charger and the Raider game ever
Luckily,
came on.
that one wasn't as close as a lot of people thought it would be.
No, I mean,
I
I was
thought the Raiders
actually
would win
up
that
when the
one.
game was on, but that's because I had gotten up to go to the restroom.
Check the score and go, fall back asleep.
Yeah, and that was it.
Well, before we roll out of here, anything you guys want to add about your team or anything going on, or just
No, we just we're excited
Monarchs.
where we at. Yeah, go Monarchs, and hopefully we keep it rolling. And then for you in town on Friday night, and you need something to do. Hey, come out to Northside High School, and buy some popcorn, yell, scream, and
nobody
enjoy
Monarchs are
yourself.
more expensive?
Well, good luck to you guys,
Yeah,
man.
good luck,
I just
Appreciate it.
I'm pulling for you guys when being around here for a long time. When Northside and Jacksonville, and I'm going to use those schools predominantly. When Northside and Jacksonville, and I'll throw Southwest in there. When Northside and Jacksonville and Southwest are good in football, it's just a little bit different in our community. And you guys have just been building something. You've been patient. You haven't been afraid to play those teams like we talked about earlier. And I just wish you guys all the success in the world, man. Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you guys.
Thank you.
And of course, you're talking about the 3 teams that played for state championships most recently. And I guess the only 3 in Onslow. Have there been any others that? So those are the 3. So yes, the programs that historically are the 3 best in Onslow County. You guys just keep it rolling,
Sir, we'll try
and
to.
this is where I give every coach that's come in. I give this last little thing, like you said, come out, support Monarch Nation. If you're a Northside fan, a Northside alumni, got kids playing, come out there, help your booster club, support whatever supports the team. I don't know. Do you guys have your booster club up and running now? I know
We
one
do.
time it was. So everything's good to go
Yes,
now.
sir, it's
Come
good. Up and
support them,
running
help
good.
them out, volunteer, do things that help the team, and all that money that goes to those booster clubs goes
Back to the
the
athletics.
teams,
Yep.
to the athletes. So thank you guys for coming in. Good
Thank
luck.
you guys
rest
for
of the
having
way.
us.
All right, we want to thank our sponsors again before we leave Sports Talk. National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Modern Exterminating, the law offices of John Drew Warlick, excuse me, Bayshore Animal Hospital in Swansboro, CNS Paint, Ron Choate and Victor Case, Golden Corral and Billy Sewell, Bradley's Jewelers, Rock Creek Golf and Country Club, Jones Onslow EMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Down East Heating and Air, Hampton Hadley Chiropractic, Jones LP Gas in Verona. By the way, if you have an LP gas cylinder, since you guys are off tonight, if you want to get out and grill a little bit this weekend, $11 today to get your cylinder refilled. So check that out there in Verona at Jones LP Gas in Verona. Southern Touch Painting, Roger Carroll and his crew. Fountain Management and Sandra Fountain. Onslow County Motor Company, Ben Beasley. Barnes Diamond Gallery. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, Drs. Tommy and Kim Morgan. Barkley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer, and Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. And thanks once again to Onslow County Motor Company and Ben Beasley for sponsoring our racing report. And thanks to Helen's Kitchen and Billy Grissett for that bag of cheeseburgers and BLTs we're getting ready to jump on over there. And thank you, Hollywood, for keeping us rolling and keeping everything moving.
And by the way, this is not an off night for the Cardinals.
Yes,
Yeah, we
open date.
don't want to forget about that.
So it's not or it is?
It is not.
No,
It's not an off night.
Jacksonville's got plays East Duke.
Yeah, and
tonight.
I wanted to go through that before we left.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Don't want to forget about that.
Well,
Okay,
you're-
I've got the sponsors in, so we're going to do that.
Well,
real quick.
while you're looking at that, let me say something real quick. My lack of taste for racing has nothing to do with Ben Beasley and
Oh, no.
and Onslow. I know Ben very well, and
You-
his
you're-
wife was one of my kids' teachers in elementary school when she taught. Ben, I just don't like racing, man. So
Well, and you're
nothing
echoing
against
the-
nothing against you, buddy.
Honesty.
You're awesome, and you support this show, and you're great business for the community. I just don't like racing.
But you're echoing the sentiments of a lot of people that did used to love racing. It's just changed a lot.
I know.
And a lot of changes in it. So let's go through the schedule so everybody knows where everybody's at tonight. You got Jacksonville at East Stupland tonight. That'd be a great game.
That's the game of the week.
Game
That's
of the week.
Chris Miller's game of the week.
And Southwest gets their first win tonight at White Oak. I know Jonathan Bird's listening, but I got to pull for my Stallions.
You pick them regardless.
Croatan at Swansboro.
That's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, that'd be a good game.
Two really good quarterbacks.
Now, Coach Beasley down there, isn't his son is the wide out there?
His son is a wide receiver.
Havelock at Richlands, that one may be a sleeper. One of those games that comes down to the end. Everybody, at the start of the season would have told you Havelock, but they're just not. They're not up to Havelock standards, but they've played a bunch of tough teams,
right.
So it's going to be interesting. Dixon at West Carteret, that could be a Donnybrook there too. Beargrass at Lejeune, if you want to go try and get on the base and check that game out. We've added Liberty to the mix. We've been getting a lot of requests to add Liberty. It's 8-man football, and the main reason to start the season is it's tougher to go on and find out what Father Acidophilus School in Virginia, what they're like and who they're harder to predict. They're getting ready to go through the second half of their schedule though and play a lot of the same teams, so it'll make it a little easier.
But I'll tell you, we had Coach Richmond on Chris's show. He's a great guy, man. He's just they third year of the program. First year they didn't win a game. Last year they won a couple games. And this year they've won. I think they're 2-1 or 2-2 now.
2-2.
So so they're building something. Coach Richmond, he's a great guy, and if all the teams are out, if all the teams are playing in high school or playing away, I know that probably won't ever happen. and Liberty is home. 8-man football, man. I'm not built, coaches. I'm not built for 8-man football. I asked Coach Richmond. I said speed or size, and he goes,
unless they'll let you throw the
It's
ball.
a speed game,
right.
And I think the field is the same length, but it's narrower.
Things like 40 yards.
Is it narrower?
It's like 30, maybe 30 yards.
I think it's about 40 yards, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, he's a great guy. And so I'm glad you guys decided to add Liberty to the mix with your picks. So
Well,
that's awesome.
the first week of the picks, I don't think there'll be anybody picking against them because they're 2-2 after their first 4 games. They're playing Lee Christian tonight.
And Lee Christian's 1-3, I think.
Let me give you a riddle here. Lee Christian they have scored. So that can't work then. They're 1-3, but their one win was a forfeit over Mattamuskeet.
Wow.
I didn't know Mattamuskeet was doing 8-man football now. Maybe Mattamuskeet was still doing 11-man.
Well, a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, Jones Senior went to.
And I'm glad they've got it back where they can go back to.
Yeah, so I mean, it's all about small 1A schools. A lot
tough.
of rural schools just struggle to get the kids and the numbers, and it's tough. So.
Well, there's your list of games. Go check out your teams. You guys have an off night. Good luck next week, and we'll see you next week.
Wait a second.
What?
Chris.
Oh, the game tonight. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this
Yes,
guy.
give us the.
He keeps forgetting. You're killing me, man.
There's cheeseburgers over there.
I know. You're
Go ahead.
focused. You're fixated.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
What time does the
All right,
broadcast
man.
start
So
tonight?
this is Cardinal Nation Radio. We are the Cardinals, the official
Coach,
station to
I don't
broadcast
like
the
this
Cardinals.
game, don't worry.
And tonight, pregame is 6:30. You can listen here at Freedom 97.1, 11:20 a.m. for a little bit. And around the globe at WSME971.com, 7 o'clock is kickoff.
Everywhere.
And afterwards, the Golden Corral post-game report. It all happens live right here on Freedom 97.1 WSME. And that's it. It's going
And
to be a lot
don't
of
you
fun.
guys like one of these stupid because they have the 2 press boxes?
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
we
they have one on each side 'cause they flipped their home side
We had a
years ago.
choice. They were like, "Where do you want to be?"
Yeah.
It was kind of nice.
I got news for you though. Tell Ashley that the visiting side, I'd be careful because it's like a little catwalk climbing up in there. Full figure people like myself can't get up there, and Ashley,
We're on the
if
home
his
side.
knees bothering him,
We're on the
so if you're on the home side,
Yeah,
it's a
home
lot
side.
better. Yeah, it's the more modern,
Yeah.
modern way to get there.
Yeah.
So thanks Hollywood for doing that.
Yeah, man.
All right, go check out Cardinal game tonight. Check out any of the other games in the area. But that Jacksonville East Stupid game, I agree with you. Game of the week. That ought to be a good game.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville's going to win. I think Battle may have something up his
He'll
sleeve.
throw some wrinkles at him.
Yeah, I think he will.
He'll
And,
throw some late season stuff at him, middle season.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
Coaches, good luck.
All right, appreciate it.
We'll see you next week on Sports Talk.